Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. Before we jump into today's video, I do want to remind everybody that I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I would invite you to join us then. I don't know what the topic is going to be quite yet, but we will figure that one all out later. So, we had a really good rainstorm last night. So I knew that there was a possibility of rain, so I actually parked up in the upper meadow. What? No jumping. All right, so I want to get into this video. Distractions, losing focus. That's what we're going to be talking about. Prepping is a marathon. Prepping is not a sprint, okay? And before we get in, I added 2 more wheelbarrows full to this part. So like I said, again, this is gonna come here and turn. So I'm just getting the start of it. I was like, last night, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do 2 more wheelbarrows tonight, and that's what I got done. All right, so prepping is a marathon, not a sprint. And what do I mean by that? Prepping is a long, methodical, thought-out endeavor. It doesn't happen overnight. Now, I'm going to tell you what happens with most people, and this will help you to understand. Most people are going to get afraid. They're going to see what's going on, and they're going to be like, oh my God, I got to get started. I got to prep. I got to get going. I have to take care of these things and all this, right? So that's what a lot of people happen. So they become afraid. They get started. They're gung ho. They're buying this. They're buying that. They're buying the other thing. And so 6 months down the line, when SHTF has not happened yet, then they get distracted. Because life is going to continue on, my friends. Life is going to continue on. Events are going to happen. Situations are going to happen. Distractions are going to happen. So what do I mean by distractions? Well, a really good distraction that I could point out right now is a little bit of information that they have released. The draft was up for the whole Roe versus Wade thing. Well, that is a hotbed topic that I'm actually not going to get into. I'm not going to talk about the topic, but I'm going to use that as an example because it's a very galvanizing topic. Either you're for or against. That's how most people are, obviously. Not too many people are indifferent to that topic. They either have a very strong stance for it or a strong stance against it. So it's something to keep you distracted. So if you don't think that was not released on purpose to take the focus away from other things that are happening, you would be a little bit delusional to think that that's not the case. But I digress. Distractions are going to happen. Life events are going to happen. You're going to have, your kid's going to break an arm. There's going to be other things that are going to come up. There's going to be job concerns. There's going to be this. There's going to be that, the other thing. And so what ends up happening, people will lose focus on prepping. They will start prioritizing putting other things, this is more important than that, and all those types of situations. What the reality is, again, prepping is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So for, the gung-ho enthusiast that starts out and says, well, I'm going to make such a big difference here and everything is going to, I'm going to get all this stuff and I'm going to be good to go. It doesn't work like that. It takes time. If you talk to anybody that's been seriously prepping for many years, and they will even tell you, there's been periods where they're distracted, where they have lost focus, and and then something will snap them back into line, and they will get back on track. The thing is, again, when it comes to prepping, methodical is the word that comes to mind for me. Like I said, you work at it gradually. You work at things. Things don't happen overnight. That's not how the world works, number one. And it's the same thing when it comes to prepping. You continue to add to your preps. You work on building up your stockpile of food. You continue to work on those type of situations. With doing that, you're going to put yourself in a much, much better situation down the road, okay? Because, again, things are fluid. Things are going to change. There's going to be things. Get over here. Don't even go over there. Hey! No. I know where you're going. There was a dead deer carcass over that area. So she was heading over there to check that out again. The carcass is gone, so I'm thinking of predators came in and took it. Yeah, I know. You'll behave. Yes, I know. You're a good girl. But what I want to encourage you guys is don't let all the little distractions dissuade you, distract you. Stay focused. Now is more of a time to stay more focused than ever before, because there is so much going on. Things can change in a blink of an eye. And, every day is a gift, my friends. Every day is a gift. Every day that we get to continue to prep, continue to work towards our goals, that's a good day. And when things happen, and I believe it's a matter of when, not if. Okay, now listen. I want you to hear that. You see the trees blowing up there? If I walked up into that upper meadow right now, and you see the trees all blowing, that wind would be blowing up there big time. Now, right now, where I'm down here, I'm not having a whole lot of wind issues at this point. But, yeah, it's pretty funny how that is. But you can hear the wind, and you can see it with the tops of the trees. So you know up there it's really, really windy. And then, certain spots it's not blowing so hard, but that upper meadow is definitely a very windy area. All right, so I'm sorry. Again, see, I was distracted. But anyway, I'll tell you what. And I'm like, look how green it's getting down here, my friends. It's beautiful down here. It is unbelievable. And the trees are not completely filled out yet, right? But what do you see? You don't see anything anymore. Everything is greened up and it's beautiful, and the leaves are starting to come out, and just unbelievably gorgeous. Unbelievably gorgeous. Very, very blessed to get this piece of property. Really, really happy with it. There is a lot to do. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Yes, you are. You're a good girl. No, do not start with that. She's a nut. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. All right, so, sorry. She demands my attention, I can tell you that. But anyway, I got to show you this too. I brought this down. So I got to get a post. My PN1 sign. It's still wrapped in the plastic thing there, but that's going to be going up. I got to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. But yeah, I'm going to get a post, and that'll go up where my property line starts. Again, lots of distractions. Stay focused. Keep prepping. Even if you do it on a small scale, like I said, you don't have to do everything overnight. Everything doesn't have to happen all at once. If you grind along, keep working at things. And again, like I was telling you, like with food, every week when you go to the store, you get a few extra things of this, a few extra things of that, and before you know it, you got a pretty good stockpile of stuff. And it's that simple. The price of food, as I have said many, many times over the last several years, price of food isn't going to go down. It's only going to go up. So the more prepared you are, the more that you have in stock, the better situation you're going to be in that long run situation, and be better prepared to handle it. And I think that that's really, really important. Okay? So I definitely want to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear what you guys think. It is, like I said, again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So if you can think of it like that and keep your focus and realize that along with everything else in life, life is going to throw you distractions, because that's what life does. Keep working on the other stuff and you're going to be okay. So really quickly, I wanted to answer a couple of comments. So somebody said, how many people are going to be living here on the property? So you guys know, I've talked about it. I'm putting together a group of folks down here to work together. This is a bug out location. All right. So the people that are going to be living here full time would be me, Mom, Becky, and Heather. Okay. That's it. Those are the only people living here full time. Other than that, everybody else will be using this as a bug out location. So if they're having buildings put in, or they're having a camper brought in, that's going to be for when we do our get-togethers, when we're meeting, so they can come down here. They have some place to stay. I don't think everybody would want to be tent camping all the time. I don't think that would be a whole lot of fun, you know. So that's kind of what's going to happen with that aspect of it. And so, you know, just sharing that with you guys, letting you know. Hello, baby. Yes. You know, that's who's going to be living here full time, and that's it. Everybody else, you know, that's part of the group. You know, this is a bug out location for them. So when things get hanky, they have a place to come to where they can be safe, and we will be working together at that point. So just letting you know, like my friend who's going to be putting, so oh, here's the other thing. Everybody's like, who's Eric? Who's Eric? Who's Eric? All right, Eric's been a buddy of mine for several years. We actually became friends through YouTube. He had reached out, and it was funny. I'm just going to give you a brief background. So when we had first started talking, he said, you know, and I usually get this. I know you don't know me at all, but I feel like I know you because I've been watching you for however long, you know, they've been watching the channel. And he had said that him and I came from very similar backgrounds. And so talking with him, getting to know him, he's 100% correct. He is just a really down-to-earth individual, very, very cool guy. And he is, you know, one of those folks that I would say, this is my brother, because that's the kind of person he is. And I'm hoping that he feels that same way. I have other friends that I feel that same way about. I'll tell you what, with YouTube, I have met some absolutely outstanding people, which has been really, really cool. And it really has been neat, you know, getting to know people and stuff like that, you know, through the channel and everything. So that's how I know Eric. And so Eric had wanted to get a building down here so that he has a place when he comes to hang out. And so like people are, you know, we're saying, oh, that's too small for storage and the whole 9 yards. It still can be utilized for some storage, but it's more of a place for if he's coming down for the weekend, he's got some place that he's got a roof over his head that he can sleep, a little porch to hang out on if it's raining. And he's also said to me, or if I'm not there that weekend and somebody else needs a building to sleep in, there you go. So that's the kind of person he is. All right, so just putting that out there so that you guys know. Like I said, I've known Eric for several years. Really, really good dude. And that's all I can say. I mean, I don't, you know, and I'm not sucking up or anything like that, because believe me, if you know me, if I think you're an a-hole, you're going to know pretty quick. I am honest to a fault, and but I'm also loyal to a fault. If you're part of what I'm doing and you're who I consider a brother, I got your back all the way. That's how I am as well. And, you know, with doing what I'm doing down here, okay, let me kind of explain this just a moment here before I jump off. I'm trying to put together a group of people that want to work together, that have a bigger vision of, you know, what we need to do to survive long term when things go belly up. And so there's going to be weeding out to do. So some of the people that may have been involved early on may not be involved later on. People's true colors are going to show through. Character is going to show through. One thing I cannot abide, and I will tell you this right now, I would rather have you be 100% honest with me and hurt my feelings than to lie to me. Don't lie to me, because if I catch you in that lie, you're done. Because if you're a liar, that shines through. And so if you're lying about that one thing, what else are you lying about? So that's what I can't abide that. So that's just putting that out there. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. Real quick, my website, preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community there, which is a resource that we set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. Also, it is free to join, but you do have to register, but no credit card information is asked. Excuse me. With that, also, we have on my website, again, preppernurse1.com, we have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store. If you go there, check that out, you will see that as well. You'll see their logo. You click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you're on their website, make sure you use the discount code PrepperNurse1. You will save yourself 15% on your purchase. Okay. Also, we have the Legacy freeze-dried food on my website as well. So again, if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, click on store, it'll drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. What we have available is there. Definitely take advantage of that. 25 years shelf life, GMO free. It's made in the United States, and it is the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies. Gluten options available for people that need that. And also, it is, it's a good thing to have in your long-term preps. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off for now. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. Truly, if we could ever figure that one out, we would be in much, much better shape. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay focused, stay positive, and you're going to do just fine. All right, I'll see you all later, and I will see you tonight at 8 p.m. for the live stream. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.